My mornings are chaos. I need coffee that works as hard as I do. That's why I drink Everyday Dose, coffee with benefits. It's rich, delicious coffee boosted with mushrooms, collagen, and nootropics. Everything I need for focus and balance, ready in 30 seconds. The Black Friday sale is on. Get 61% off your first Coffee Plus starter kit, a free A2 probiotic creamer, and over $100 in free gifts. Plus, enter for a chance to win $100 cash or get your entire order refunded. Visit everydaydose.com/podcast or use code podcast at checkout.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair. My favorite thing about the holidays? Decking out my whole house. It's not a competition, but if it was, well, I'd win the season with Wayfair. Outdoor inflatable Santa? Got it on Wayfair. Trees, lights, and ornaments? Wayfair. Hosting must-haves like dining sets, beds, sheets, and towels? Wayfair. For everything in your style delivered with fast and free shipping, visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app to win the season. But again, it's not a competition.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hello, kitties. This is yours truly, the Crypt Keeper, and you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. Ghost Mikey Bones, Cat Valor, and Rob Humphrey. What's going on, guys? Cat's back. We're back. We were off last week.
We're back.
Yeah, we all took last week. We all had a vacation last week.
Yeah, Cat's vacation was our vacation. We thank you, Cat.
Yeah.
we were as mentioned, we were off last week. I feel like because we're all coming off of Murder by Numbers. We have a Patreon pick this week. After like events like that, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for us to take a little rest after it, man. Because Murder by Numbers, like we talked about, it was much more exhausting than I thought it would be.
It was much more exhausting, although, as I mentioned before, some people would say you build on the momentum of that event by keeping it going.
Well,
but, yeah. Either way.
Some people have no lives, Rob.
Well, that would be me. No doubt.
Me too, but I like to rest. So, oh, real quick. I had an issue with my mixer several weeks ago, and I have my Stream Deck that I have a lot of my buttons on, but I also had a couple of them that were just on my mixer, and it was a little bit of a pain in the ass to get them back for the Stream Deck. But I would like everybody to know that I now have this button back.
And where are my balls?
Oh, yay!
Well, we need that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, Kat will be happy to know that we now have these buttons.
I be banging, Lord.
Yes.
You know what? I am glad that we have those buttons. That saves everyone from being sad watching the movie. You've condensed the best part of the film down to a single button.
But it was sad, but
it's
also very funny. That's the thing about that movie. It is sad, but also hilarious.
Mm-hmm. That is honestly one. Is that a horror movie? I've never seen. What was the name of the movie again?
It's called Bringing Out the Dead.
Not a horror movie though, right?
No.
All right.
It's like a dark comedy.
Sounds dark and comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a dark comedy, or it's Cat would describe it just dark.
It's just dark.
She said she spent the whole episode of the Nick fucking Wu Cage cast making me feel like a terrible person.
I was so sad.
Well, again, having not seen the movie, and Rob just showing me that scene, I couldn't understand. It was the funniest scene of possibly any movie I've ever seen.
It's the only movie that's ever made me laugh at a dead baby.
Yeah, we took away two different things from that movie.
Yeah, I don't even care about the dead baby. I be banging, man. That shit is hilarious to me. But yeah, I do have those my buttons back, so we should be good to go. I feel like there was other buttons I got. I don't remember. I'm sure they'll come up if they're important enough. But we are back. We have a Patreon pick to get to. We're going to be talking stop motion later on in the movie section of the show. We do have a voicemail to get to. We have drink roll call to get to, and I think that's really it. I'm sure we'll be getting to the damn Gabagool Mystery Corner. That'll be in there somewhere. Yeah. All right. So what? Also, we'll be going through all the movies that didn't make it, the nominations, all that stuff from the Patreon pick, because this is a Patreon week. So what are you guys drinking? I'm drinking my Long Island iced tea in a can. It is cut water. It is effective. Yeah.
Yes, those are effective, no doubt.
I went on a little bit of I had a long week last week, man. So I said, you know what? I'm saying fuck the world. And I ordered a 4-pack of margarita in a can and Long Island iced tea in a can.
There you go.
Yeah, and the Cutwater world record was broken. I did have 2 margarita in a cans and a Long Island iced tea in a can in one night. Rob did witness this.
I was there. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
How'd you feel the next morning? That's the question.
Oh, dude, it was hurt. I slept till like 4. It was crazy. Like I woke up like 3 times and was just like, no, my head hurt. It was horrible. Never doing it again. But I did it. Yeah. So what are you guys drinking?
Wait, what do you got, Kat?
I am getting white girl wasted again. I've got more wine coolers.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. I'm drinking something new tonight. I wanted a refreshing summer cocktail because as we were talking about, it's been hot as a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I need to find some sort of refreshing cocktail. And I did not know these existed. Apparently, they've been hiding on golf courses. This is a drink that is apparently very popular at like golf courses for some reason.
Okay.
It is called a transfusion. Have you guys had this?
No.
It's so good.
What's in a transfusion?
It is vodka, grape juice, ginger ale, and a little bit of lime juice.
That sounds amazing. I'm in.
It is so good. It is so refreshing. And they've been hiding. They hid it from me in the one place I would never go, a golf course.
Yeah, it sounds like.
They're in a can?
No, I made it.
No, it's a cocktail.
I mean, you might be able to get it in a can. I don't know. I had vodka and I was like, well, this is pretty easy to throw together.
Right. Okay. I thought it was like, a brand that they were like selling them they were giving them out of golf courses or something.
No, this is just apparently something that is very popular at, I don't know, fucking country clubs or where the fuck people play golf.
No.
And, but I'd never heard of it. I just Googled refreshing summer cocktails. And this came up on a list and I was like, that sounds really fucking good. And you know what? It's delightful. Much like me.
Okay. The navigating of the buttons is a little bit of a
bullshit.
Yeah. All right. Good shit though, Rob. That sounds really good. I might give that a go. I also looked into. I'm gonna be having mudslides on this show eventually, and I don't know. I gotta prep people now. I have no idea how that's gonna go. I have a little bit of PTSD from the last time I had mudslides, but Kat inspired me last time she had them, and I still want them. Like it's bothering me, Kat, that I haven't had mudslide. But oh man, I don't know when to stop when putting liquor in a mudslide.
That's the danger.
It is, man. But there is no way you have an opportunity to damn near completely mask liquor and you don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem. Yeah. So yeah, that might be the death of the show. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. So we do have a voicemail to get to.
Trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
917-397, text message rather, but 917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. You can send in, you can leave a voicemail for the show. You can send in a text message for the show. Text messages are read by Ghostface. He mans the text message center. And the voicemails we play on the show and discuss. Worth mentioning before we get into this, Rob is aware, Kat is not. I was playing Dead by Daylight with a friend of the show, Huff and Puff. Oop, that's the wrong button.
You like that?
And for some reason, like on Steam, you can change the name that you use in game, whatever you want. And he put his phone number as the,
Okay.
yeah, don't know why he did it. And I was sitting there going, man, what if like I put the phone number for the show and just played Killer as the most scumbaggiest scumbag I could possibly play with the show's phone number as the name. And like we could have a whole Patreon show going through the voicemails and text messages that we get. I did that for like 2-3 hours? Not fucking one.
Yeah,
Really?
nothing.
No, I had a bunch of missed calls. Not fucking one.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm still gonna keep trying because I do think that Patreon show would be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Not one, man. I couldn't believe it. So I will continue to try. You know, it's gonna take a while, but I'm gonna keep trying. So the voicemails might get spicy. Okay, here is Ghostface with the text message.
Hello, Slasher Radio. This is Monotone Ghostface, and I was in the mailroom, and I found a letter from one of your dipshit listeners, Will the Thrill. Fair warning, I did read this ahead of time, and I am now outside his house, and all you have to do is say, when. I'll let you hear for yourself, but I don't see how you tolerate this fucker.
Rob.
Hey, guys, it's me, Will the Thrill. I don't have a game, I do have a question and a statement. My question is, would y'all consider Halloween Kills a queer film? I personally love Big John and Little John and think they are some of the best examples of how to properly represent the community. Now, I'm not personally a part of said community, but I don't think my take is too controversial. And now for the take that'll probably put me on a hit list. I don't think Seed of Chucky is as bad as people say it is.
When?
I personally am a fan of the comedic era of Chucky and really like the vibe of the Bride and Seed films. Glenda are fine, Chucky is great, Tiff is weird, but I vibe with it. And I don't know why, but the Kung Fu ending with the birthday twist always put a smile on my face. Thanks, and AOI.
God damn it, Will. Yeah, hit me with an AOA at the fucking end. What the hell, man?
So as our queer representative, I guess, for the show, I don't know that it goes enough into those themes to be considered a queer movie, but you know what? It does get kind of overlooked because we are desperate for representation, as the former Pride History Months on this show can attest to. We don't have that much going on. I would say that Halloween Kills is maybe more of a Pride movie than Seed of Chucky, for one, or Sleepaway Camp, or Freddy's Revenge, or Skinamarink is now on those lists, despite my best efforts. So yeah, maybe it should be, and because I do think that they're great representation. I think if anything, it's a little bit too accurate to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. So when he first said Halloween Kills, it took me. I mean, I had to wait for him to mention Big John and Little John. Like, to me,
because they weren't a huge impact on the.
Yeah. They're not a huge part of the movie. They're a great it's a great gay couple. I think it's great representation, right? Like
honestly,
I think,
the best couple in the branch.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. I mean, they're amazing. It just didn't jump out at me immediately, like to even think of that when you said would I consider it a queer movie? So I guess the answer is no. But I do think that the representation is great in it. I don't know that it's not a big enough part of the movie, maybe. Because that's not really something that the movie's exploring different themes.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But I will say, because I agree with you, it doesn't really explore those themes. It is more of the representation that I personally would like to see more of, though, is like, I just want good rep casually worked into the background where they don't make a big deal about it. It's just like, oh, here's this couple. They happen to be gay. And anyway, let's get back into the slashing. Like that works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look at them as more like just regular characters, like I didn't, I didn't think anything, like obviously it's there, but I just seen them as like any other character, any other couple in the movie. It is good representation though, because it's normal. Like it's not exaggerated for the sake of or anything that a lot of movies do. And if the movie was about them first of all, I would like that probably, like, because they were funny as shit. They were great.
Yeah, they were great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were awesome. They scared the shit out of those kids, and that was hilarious. But it just wasn't a big enough. They were just any other characters in the movie, and they didn't have a big role. So no. But hey, man, if they were main characters, absolutely, and that would have been one of the top Pride movies that you could get on. You know, not saying Halloween Kills was great or anything, but the barrel is not the nicest of barrels for the Pride movies, unfortunately. So the Halloween Ends look like the original Halloween for that, you know, if these guys were in there as main characters. So I kind of, now I wish we would have got them in there more.
I guess what we're saying is that we're going to rank this right under Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4 in terms of Pride movies.
The seated Chucky thing, I mean, I got nothing for you, Will. You're just wrong.
Yeah. Will had said this recently. I think I told you, Rob. I don't remember, but Will had said this before casually in conversation, and I didn't yell at him. So I was proud of myself for that, but I'm trying not to yell at him now.
Should you be?
Well, no, just no. I want to, did he say in the text message, I'm very drunk, that he recently watched it? I'm looking through it real quick. Oh yeah, no, he just says, when's the last time you watched this, Will? I do think it's probably recently. I just don't see it, man. Glenn and Glenda, like on paper, they're like, Glenn and Glenda wasn't the biggest problem of that movie. Like, it just was like, I like the idea of Glenn Glenda, but it's just the movie sucked.
Yeah, it's just a bad movie all the way around. It's just dumb.
Yeah, and I like comedic Chucky too, but this was too far.
I will say where I got most mad at Will is because I also like comedic Chucky. I did not appreciate Bride and Seed being put in the same era of Chucky.
That's what I was getting to. Yeah. Yeah. We had talked about it recently when we went over our Child's Play rankings. They tried to keep that ball rolling from Bride of Chucky, and they did, much like Rob during the sex tape episode. He did not keep it together with that. It was just, I don't know quite how to put my finger on it other than just saying it was bad. Like, they tried, a lot of that comedic stuff worked so well in Bride, but here it felt forced. It wasn't funny. It wasn't clever, a lot of it. And it was more like, I think the balance was met in Bride with the comedic, but it was so brutal in certain places that balance worked. And this was just zinger, 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 zinger. And then, you know, a couple of, like, it had some cool kills. Redman in that movie was a cool kill. I can't believe I'm blanking on his name in that photo room. That was a really cool kill, but it just wasn't, like, it was just kill moments and that was it. Like, there was nothing, I don't know. It didn't work well. I cannot believe that you never hear anybody defend this movie. It's weird.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
That's why it's the worst in the franchise, and Bride of Chucky's the third best.
We just did the Patreon. We're not getting into that again. We just did the Patreon rankings on the Patreon show for this week. Will, you are very lucky that this voicemail got in when it did, and it's after you got ranked.
Yeah, I think so.
Would this have dropped them a little?
Yeah, possibly. Right.
You already didn't even remember what you were mad at him for, and this might have been it.
I don't think so.
No, okay.
I think I don't remember hearing this before.
All right.
This is new anger that counts for next quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we are technically into the next quarter now, so.
Will's starting off horribly.
Yeah, you're at a deficit, my friend.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Will.
Will, you thrilled me.
All right. We did get an email as well. Kat, I spoke with this with Rob on Discord the other day, but Kat, do you remember a long time ago, we got a voicemail or an email rather from a woman named Nicole who listens to the show, and she wanted us to do Carrie.
Okay.
I forgot that we did do Carrie.
Yeah.
That was, when was that, Rob? Do you remember?
if I'm not mistaken, because we looked this up because you told me this and I said we did that already.
I couldn't remember.
Carrie was my first episode that I did with you guys.
I said that. I said it was early when Kat joined the show. I believe it was episode 156. You had it labeled.
It is 156.
You had it labeled as Carrie listener request.
Yeah.
So we did this a long time ago.
Yeah, we did. But we got another email from Nicole. So that episode was, you are correct, Rob. It was episode 156. We did the original Carrie. And this episode was published on November 7th, 2020, 3.5 years ago. We did this episode. We got another email from Nicole who said, can you please do Carrie 2 The Rage, Carrie 2002, and Carrie 2013? Hello again, Nicole.
Hi.
Hi, Nicole.
Thank you for listening to the show for as long as you have, obviously. You are the biggest Carrie fan I've ever met. So kudos to you on that. Maybe we could do Carrie 2 next week. What do you guys think about that?
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. That's what reminded me of it, because I feel like the 4-year delay, because Nicole did want us to do a couple of Carrie movies. Obviously, we can't have a Carrie marathon for a whole month.
We can sprinkle them in.
Right. Every now and again. I feel like 4 years is a pretty good
once every 4 years. Every time there's a presidential election, we'll do a Carrie movie.
Yeah. Or Nicole, if you want to hop in on the Patreon, man, you could get every month being the Carrie month if you politicize enough in there, because we almost did another fucking Ring movie.
And I've got some hot takes about 2013 Carrie, so
yeah, you do. Good
that's
Lord.
fun.
Would you guys rather do the 2013 Carrie?
I don't think anyone but me wants that.
I think we should do them in order.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to do it. Let's do them in order. I don't like jumping around all like that.
Okay, so we're going to be doing this one. So in 2028, we're going to be getting to Carrie 2022.
Writing it down
All
in the
right.
schedule now.
Yeah, so all right, so okay, it's going to be a while till we get to 2013.
Also,
All right,
Kat's been on this show for almost 4 years.
4
Yeah.
years.
Were you even old enough to be on this show 4 years ago?
We didn't have drink roll call till later on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't have drink roll call yet. Yeah, that's
Gotta
why.
wait for Kat to turn 21. That's funny as shit. Also, Nicole, text message. A lot more in our face. You can send one of those, leave voicemail also. But thank you for listening to the show, Nicole. We never get emails, man.
Yeah. I'm still stunned by the fact that I've known Kat for 4 years, and that means I've known you for God knows how long now, Mikey.
It's been a while, huh? At least 5 or 6, right? At least 6.
At least, I would say at least 6, yeah.
God damn.
That is way too much you.
I haven't killed you yet. That is amazing. The restraint that I have shown. Do I gotta hit my
Hold on, I got something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was sent an anonymous message.
Okay.
And I was told to read this. So again, completely anonymous, no idea who it came from. It just says, in place of a movie made in Canada, I have a medical question.
What?
Yeah. And this is a medical question for you, Mikey.
Not a doctor, but all right.
Well, if I drink the balsamic vinegar and extra virgin olive oil from my caprese salad, will I start to give the Italian hand gesture, or will I suddenly start experiencing the urge to look up Tony Danza movies?
Nobody, and I mean nobody, has the urge to look up Tony Danza movies. Nobody.
All right. So you think should give the capiche hands?
We mean she.
What you mean I'll be banging?
They.
Yeah,
give the capiche hands.
Yeah. Tasha, not nice.
No, we don't know. It's completely anonymous, Mikey.
Know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. All right. I know.
Well, the writer does go on to say, I'm growing my own basil, so I'm going to start eating a shit ton of caprese salad. And so this is a very important issue for me to address. I won't hold him legally responsible for medical advice, but I figured he was the best resource.
What the fuck? We have WebMD. What do you mean? How am I in 2024? Me, the schmuck, no doctor, medical experience, anything, any type of the best anything. God damn it. You're all fucked up. Every single one of you.
You drink balsamic vinegar, though.
Right.
No, I actually do not like balsamic vinegar. There you how you like that.
Wow.
I think we have to revoke your Italian card.
It's not good. I don't like it. And it's not even used all that much, to be honest with you. No, I don't fucking know. You'll be fine. Just fucking do it if you need to do it. Olive oil, very good. And I'll say this. I did grow my own basil once, and goddamn, man, is that nice. You have basil for forever. You'll have basil. So that is quite the move there, Tasha. But yeah, no, kiss my ass. That's not
anonymous.
Nice. Right. Yeah. You're saying that this person will be fine, whoever it might be. We don't
Tasha
know
will be fine. Yes, she'll be fine.
We don't know who it is.
Mm-hmm. This girl came on here and said the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of all things in all franchises, was not the best in this franchise. And you guys are sitting here protecting this person and with thoughts like that.
Well,
First
I don't know.
Foremost, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I don't either. It came in anonymously.
The voicemails and text messages aren't anonymous. She literally, Tasha, has attached her name to all these text messages and is the only one who has done the Movies Made in Canada ever.
Right,
so,
but maybe somebody else was going to pick up that mantle and run with it. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know.
They better not. God damn. Tasha, why? That's all I want to know. Is Tasha, why? I've been nothing but nice to Tasha. All because of one movie being left off a list. This is what I get. Unbelievable.
Well,
again, we don't know who it is. Just want to point that out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit my button now.
Do you want to press the button?
Get the fuck out of here! You! God, go back to turning tricks in Hoboken, you pain in the ass!
And where are my balls?
This is the Gabagooli Mystery Corner, where our listeners anonymously send in memes and apparently messages, Tasha, making fun of me for being Italian. I don't know why this is happening still. And the memes go up on Patreon, and I try my best to explain them on the show.
We're coming in with one of the ones I thought about not sending.
Oh, so. Good. I like those. Those are my favorite.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, hold on now. Wait a minute.
I love the double reaction from Rob.
First of all, this is it's a meme. It's a picture of a calzone. This is a pathetic fucking calzone. Like, this is honestly, this is a panini at best. All right, like, this is if I went to an Italian establishment and ordered a calzone and they brought me this, there is no way I'm not bitching, getting my money back, and leaving. There's no way that, like, I would be embarrassed.
I just want to toss this out here. Mikey doesn't understand why we do this segment because, you know, it makes him mad and he doesn't think it's entertaining for the listeners. He's not even mad at the meme. He's just mad at the thickness of the calzone, which I think is very much why we do this segment.
It's not even just that. It's a lot of things. The thickness of the calzone is a fucking joke. The crust is a joke. The dough is a joke. The filling is a joke. I don't know why.
What is it? Is it ham and cheese?
Right. It's a fucking panini.
Yeah. I mean, it does. I will admit that is a pretty pathetic calzone. And I always thought it was pronounced calzone.
No, it's calzone.
But all right. But yeah, it looks like it's like a ham and cheese
panini.
Calzone, but it's really thin. And yeah, I mean, it's almost like a Hot Pocket.
Absolutely. This looks like a Hot Pocket. I don't know why you got what are those, like the little slices of tomato next to it? What are those, fucking beans? They look like giant beans.
They look like grapes.
I don't know what they are. I have no idea. Olives, maybe? I have no idea.
Oh, that's a good call. Olives makes more sense than grapes.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get this. This is really making me mad. There's no ricotta in there, nothing. But
there's no what?
The ricotta, the cheese.
Ricotta?
Ricotta, a lot of people call it. Yeah, that's incorrect. It's incorrect.
Let's just say it like a person.
He said it like an Italian, Rob.
I said it correctly. I said it correctly is what I did, Rob. All right.
Ricotta's good.
This is like really making, this one is close to, this is like top 5 easily. Maybe top 3 to piss me off of all time. Like, just based on pure calzone.
You're like 3 minutes into this segment. We have not even gotten to the meme.
Yeah, no, we haven't even gotten to what's supposed to be the meme of it all. Like, I'm just mad. But the meme is the pathetic calzone is captioned, a calzone, a type of, it's a definition, a type of pizza can be called pizza C. So, I mean, it's not wrong. Like, if you had to like fuck a food, I guess a calzone, not this one though. Like, you wouldn't even be able to fuck this calzone. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, you couldn't even do it if you wanted to.
I bet there's a video on Pornhub of some guy doing it.
Please, listeners, do not look it up. Please
Fucking
don't.
different types of calzones.
I think we might know the guy that did that video.
Could you imagine if that guy just goes around fucking Italian food, like just going through the whole thing? That'd be horrible. Yeah, this one, damn, man. Out of all the pictures to pick for this meme, like you're making a meme, you could pick any picture of a calzone off the internet that you want, and you pick this thing. That is disgustingly gross. Shame on them. All right, now that I'm mad.
Why are you mad?
Like, honestly, because of the calzone, dude. I want to know who sent this one in. Whoever did this, come forward, man. It's not even the meme. I don't even care about the meme. Why is it this calzone? Why? Like, if I listened to a show and wanted to harass the host with racist Italian memes, and I found this, I would say, holy shit, this is a pathetic calzone. Let me replace the image with a real calzone, at least, is how I would handle it.
I'm glad that you specified that you think it should have been replaced by the meme maker. I do just want to say, sometimes we get custom memes in. I'm pretty sure this was a screenshot.
Probably.
And not but yeah, I mean, if you want to go through the effort of replacing the calzone, that's a whole extra layer.
Yeah. That's a lot of effort to celebrate you, Mikey.
Hey, man, if you're going to do something, do it right. I'm a firm believer in that. I seen a dog meme the other day, and I replaced it with a picture of my dog.
There you go.
It was appropriate for him.
And see, Kat, this is why you have to bring in the ones that you question whether or not you should bring in, because they usually make for the best.
They always end up being my favorite ones. That's why I've stopped rejecting as many.
And there's no feet in it, which is a win for everybody.
Yeah.
I also like a little peek behind. We only have, I think, 1 foot one left.
Get rid of it. We have plenty.
A little peek behind the corner here. I do have I had a conversation with an anonymous listener recently who asked how offensive they were allowed to get with the memes. And just considering some of the memes we've had on there, I said that I didn't really know, but I have been warned. I have not received the meme in question yet. It might not be coming to me. They mentioned something about plausible deniability on my end, so we might be like jump scared by a Gabagool mystery meme.
All right.
I mean, look, as far as how offensive it can be, like, I don't know where the line is drawn exactly, but we want to stop short of like being the Klan. You know what I mean? Like,
that'd be nice.
That'd be great.
Well, we also have the benefit of we see it before, everybody else does. So, like, if we see it, it's not that bad. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, the only person looking at anybody differently is Kat. So really, we don't. I can't even pass judgment on whoever did it. Me and Rob.
Right, and also remember, the reason that Kat gets these is because if you send it to me, chances are I'm just going to send it straight to Mikey because I'm not going to be able to help myself.
That's true. That's true. But I also want to call my shot on this one.
Will, you thrilled me.
Will has been known to send in things. But before, he's been known to question how far he can go before he goes. All right, which I respect, Will. I'm not really faulting you on that. I'm just saying this sounds all too familiar. We got a song request for one of the Killer Beats on Patreon, which did not get played, and it was from Will. So Yeah, I'm calling my shot. Either Will or Chris. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Those are
hell of a deal.
Those are where I'm going here. And Chris is going to get mad at me, whether it was him or not.
I was gonna say, I like that you had all the reasoning for Will, and then you just kind of threw Chris in there, just like Chris.
Look, if it's something fucked up, it could be Chris.
Also, I forget what song that was from Will.
It was the cowboy one.
Did we? Oh,
no, we didn't
Rob
play
heard
it. We didn't play it. Mikey sent it to me though.
Rob was curious. Rob likes to watch the world burn.
I was like, I got to know what this song is.
Correct or incorrect in not playing it, Rob?
I don't really remember it. I have to go back and listen again, but I think correct. I think at the time I was like, oh yeah, that's probably a good call.
All right. Hell of a deal. All right. So yeah, I'm really pissed off. I'm staring at this calzone like, where did they, I want to know who made this guy. Like what restaurant sells this so I can call them and yell at them. I'm really mad about
someplace in New York.
Definitely not. There's no fucking way. This is like
not even like down around Times Square.
Nope. No, yeah, no, not even one of the shitty restaurants where their rent is through the roof and all the product is shit, you know, because they can't afford good food to sell. Not even that would you find here. No.
But they can survive because they get plenty of like tourists come in and think they're having authentic Italian food.
Exactly. And then they leave and say, oh, the Italian and the pizza sucked in New York. Well, yeah, you went to a place that can't afford real cheese. Yeah, it sucked, I'm sure.
Yeah, they didn't have no ricotta or whatever you said.
Ricotta.
Yeah, ricotta, as normal people call it.
Yeah, I'm mad at this Hot Pocket. All right, that's the Gabagool Mystery Corner. We are going to take a really quick break, and we'll be right back with our discussion on stop motion. When is this going to end? Like, we have too many of these memes to, like, I feel like, Rob, me and you need to go to Ohio and like steal Kat's phone and get rid of him. Like what travesty. The problem is though that if we ever did that and she came on the show the next week and was like, oh man, you know, my phone was compromised and all the memes are gone, the flood that she would get to make up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the gates of Italian hell would open.
Yeah, there's no stopping it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair. My favorite thing about the holidays? Decking out my whole house. It's not a competition, but if it was, well, I'd win the season with Wayfair. Outdoor inflatable Santa? Got it on Wayfair. Trees, lights, and ornaments? Wayfair. Hosting must-haves like dining sets, beds, sheets, and towels? Wayfair. For everything in your style delivered with fast and free shipping, visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app to win the season. But again, it's not a competition.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
All right, Rob, you do not know how to work the Patreon, so we got to go through all the dids and didn'ts.
That is correct, sir.
Correct. Okay, we got a lot to talk about here. I'll save this one to the end. I'll go through the whole thing for any new listeners, actually. The process for the Patreon shows are we put out, I guess, a message, or we put out a post on Patreon called The Omen, where everybody puts up all their nominations. All the patrons get to nominate a movie. And then we have another post, which is The Executioner, where they're all listed to be voted on. And whichever movie gets voted on gets put through, and we got to talk about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. So the movies that were nominated, the first one was from Tasha. Well, this wasn't the first one. The first one's going to wait to the end. The first one is from Tasha. And Tasha was on our last episode. And as promised, she did put up the Texas Chainsaw Mascara.
Okay. All right. Good call, Tasha.
Yeah. Follow through. We like that.
Yep.
Wouldn't have been mad, honestly. Like, I'm kind of curious what the hell. Next one is from our friend Nesto. Do love Nesto. He did not hit me with the Killing Tree. I was thinking about it. I thought this might have been it because we're getting into July. He might think I'm feeling comfortable.
He could tell you were thinking about it.
Yeah.
I know.
He's in your head, Mikey.
I don't know how he does it. The man's a wizard. But he said, he put a little message in here. Probably a stretch to call it horror, but I stumbled upon it and it feels close enough. Coherence from 2013.
Never
I've
heard
never
of it.
seen Coherence, so
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. You know what? Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, I haven't seen this. Looks a little chick flicky, Nesto. I'm not gonna lie. It is listed as a drama, mystery, sci-fi. Strange things begin to happen when a group of friends gather for a dinner party. With an evening dinner party on an evening when a comet is passing overhead. That might work.
Mm-mm.
No?
Maybe. No, I never even heard of it.
No. I am intrigued though, Nesto. It doesn't look like a bad pick, man. All right. The next one is, oh boy, it's from Aggie. We get to my Aggie button.
Oh, Aggie. Nesto, going back to Nesto real quick, he specializes in that. It seems like it's either the tree movie or he'll nominate a pick that we haven't heard of but seems like a good movie.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, Nesto's good at that. He finds those sort of hidden
Some good
gems.
Nesto picks.
Yeah, or what look like they could be hidden gems because I haven't seen it, so it might suck. I don't know, but
Yeah. But his track record of what we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, that was a Nesto pick. Aggie did put up Fear 1996, and she put on there, "Don't at me. I love Mark Wahlberg." Agatha, what are you doing? This is not. I now have to, when doing the Patreon, I haven't changed the message for these Patreon picks since we made. Well, no, that's not true. We had the whole Rob Zombie fiasco once, but since then I haven't changed it. This is listed as a drama and a thriller. Aggie, this isn't a horror movie. I now have to put on there that these movies have to be horror movies.
Aggie, don't worry about it. Everything is a horror movie.
And I feel like Fear's close.
We're not looking for close.
It's close to a horror movie. I mean, if we can do Rocky Horror Picture Show, we could do Fear. That's all I'm
dear
saying.
God. Fear with Mark Wahlberg hugging a woman on the fucking cover. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay.
Got Alyssa Milano in it.
Yeah, that's nice.
She was on Who's the Boss with Tony Danza.
I hate you. Moving forward. Leah had, this is funny. Leah's pick is Suck from 2008. Sticking with a theme here,
She
Leah.
really
I
is.
see.
Is. Good for you, Leah.
Did not make it though, Leah. So Leah had, damn it. Leah had Buffy the Vampire Slayer and something else she got too, right?
I thought it was just Buffy.
I don't remember. The only one I remember is Buffy.
Yeah, I feel like she had another one. I don't remember. It's a shame though that was the one though, isn't it? Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the quality we can expect from Leah.
The next one is from Will of the Thrill.
Thrill me.
And Will said, "A Wet Dream on Elm Street." Just kidding. Split 2016. Another one that's not really horror though.
And Split is borderline at best. I mean, A Wet Dream on Elm Street sounds terrifying. I'll have to check that out. Just a little research.
It's literally a porn.
I would rather watch that than Split.
Just research for the show.
Chris
We've got
jumped in
Rob
on
the case.
Chris jumped in on this one, and he commented to Will's post. He said, "Nope, Wet Dream was mentioned first, so it has to be the one that counts." Chris, we've had this discussion before. No porn, man. We can't. Imagine us describing a porn. The more I think about it, maybe it could be a Patreon show.
If I'm not mistaken, actually, my buddy from Australia, Tim Davis, one of the hosts of Dummies of Horror, actually did an episode where he covered several horror parody porn movies.
It's going to be a guest soon, right?
Maybe. I haven't brought it up to him. I should ask him about it.
All right. Well, I guess we're doing A Wet Dream on Elm Street then. The man is obviously qualified.
I mean, he can tell us about it. He's seen it. I'm sure that was one of the ones he covered. It was a long time ago. But yeah.
Nice.
Hell of a deal.
The next one that did not make it is from Nate. Nate's another one, man. I really, really, really want a Nate pick to win real bad because Nate, I don't know about this one. I've never heard this movie, but Nate always puts up good movies, dude. And it's a shame that the patrons want to fuck us the way they do, and they won't just pick good movies.
The patrons just like to torment us too much to let the good ones get through. Sometimes.
I do feel like Nate does nominate good movies.
All the time. I haven't heard of this one, though, Nate. Red Slate from 2011.
I also have not seen this. I've heard of this one, but I have not seen it.
What's it? Red Slate or Red State?
Slate. Kevin Smith movie.
No, that's Red
That's
State.
Red State.
Oh, it sure is. Why the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, he did put state. I am drunk. That looked like an L in the Patreon font. I Googled it too, and I'm like, wait, what? Oh, yeah.
I remember liking Red State. It's a good movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Red State from there. Yeah, that's it. I haven't seen that, but Kevin Smith, I'm in, man.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. It's got John Goodman in it. It's got Michael
John
Parks plays like a I don't know, cult leader / preacher guy. He puts in a great performance. It's really good. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember really liking it.
I was pretty sure I had seen it, but I must have been confusing it with something because the last time I looked it up, it's like I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
All right. Amber is the next movie that didn't make it, and this is an oldie but a goodie. Cutting Class, 1989.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she mentioned this to me in one of Greg's lives. She asked if I'd seen it. I have not seen it. I looked it up, and if I'm not mistaken, it stars a very young Brad Pitt.
Correct.
But I haven't seen it, and I don't know that he stars in it. It might be an early role where he's just in it. I don't know.
I believe he was in it a lot, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
All right, and here's another one. All right, this one got put through this time. But Greg, why, Greg?
Kick him in the dick.
Greg nominated Twilight. We can't put this forward going forward. Again, I
don't know
think
why.
What do you mean you don't know why?
It's scarier than Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It has.
It's not.
It has
Everything's a horror
vampires
movie.
and werewolves, Mikey.
And they all sparkled with glitter.
So did the people in Rocky Horror Picture Show, Mikey.
Yeah, but they were
I
also
told you.
killing people. And
They
Tim
kill
Curry
people
was
in
great.
Twilight.
Get out of here, man. Twilight is a diary movie. No.
I told you that doing Rocky Horror Picture Show was going to break the concept of what does and does not count of a horror movie, and you didn't believe me, and here we are. We have to consider Twilight because it is as scary as Rocky Horror.
You're the only one breaking it. There's no way that
I'm
Twilight
not the
could
only
be...
one. Greg nominated Twilight. Rob also has been nominating Twilight.
Greg also loves Rocky Horror Picture Show, so Greg is not going to
he would
agree
know.
whatsoever. He is Greg. All right. Twilight, he's doing this to piss me off.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Greg actually really likes Twilight too.
I'm not shocked. But to say it's a horror movie is not even. Hold on. Let I need to know what this movie is listed as.
It was on Fangoria 2 months in a row. On the cover of Fangoria 2 months in a row.
Drama, fantasy, romance. This is a glorified Shape of Water.
Okay, well, now we have to have a conversation about why you think Twilight is better than Shape of Water, Mikey.
I don't, but premise-wise, that drama, fantasy, romance, that Shape of Water right there.
And Shape of Water is the best horror movie ever made.
This is ridiculous. This is crazy. All right, now we get into the nonsense.
Oh, now we get into the nonsense.
Yeah, that was nonsense too. Greg, don't do that again. God damn it. The Ring, and by the way, too, I had no control over doing Rocky Horror. Greg was the one that nominated Rocky Horror.
You were the one that said it was a horror movie.
God damn it.
We used to have rules.
EyeRChris.
Hell of a deal.
He nominated The Ring 2, 2005. The Ring 2 did not win, but there was scuttlebutt going on today that you guys aren't aware of. I almost had to deal with a headache. Allie did not want to, she wanted The Ring 2 to win.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck? So I told her today, I got to watch Stopmotion. Allie will watch the movies with me. So I said, I got to watch Stopmotion today. You want to watch it with me? Why you watch Stopmotion? I'm like, what do you mean? Why am I watch Stopmotion? Because it won. She's like, no, it didn't. I'm like, what do you mean? She said, I don't think you can do that. What the fuck are you? How the hell are you going to tell me what I can do? Who the fuck are you? So it was a whole discussion. And she informed me, Allison, informed me that there was a tie for the Patreon pick today. and we're recording this on a Saturday. The votes get called on a Friday because, we're human beings and need to watch these movies. So it didn't matter because it was already called, and, we already watched I didn't, but, the movie was already watched and it was done and it was over with. But our listeners don't give a shit about that, and we would have had to hear hell if this thing ended in a tie and we ended up just making the decision to watch Stop Motion, knowing what's on the line here. So it was tied earlier today. That tie was eventually broken. So the tie, it was not at the time of recording this, and for hours, Stop Motion won clear.
All right, let me ask you this. Can we not
Yes.
set the poll to cut off at a certain time on Friday?
No.
That's a really shitty feature.
Yeah, Patreon, not the best website in the world, but unfortunately the only.
You should be able to cut that off at a certain time so that no more votes are allowed.
Let me see, because they changed a lot of stuff in Patreon. Yeah, no, it doesn't let me. It just gives options. Yeah.
That's really fucking dumb.
Fuck. Wait. Yeah, you can. There's a setting, this little cog. All right.
Uh,
Going forward, we got to do that then.
yeah, because we've got to call these things on Friday. We've got to have time to watch the movie. We record on Saturday, so.
Yeah.
Kat said like she had to watch the movie last night, like Friday night. So
Yeah.
Right. And I think 24 hours is fair because we got to record this, get all our shit done on Saturday to be able to do this. If we have anything else to do, we need 24 hours to watch these things. That's more than fair.
Yeah.
So like I said, it was a null point anyway because we already called it. And this has been an issue before. So we have said Friday nights is the cutoff for these. And I'll have you know, both of you guys, Allie was the one who voted to tie the fucking thing with the ring too. And then threatened me saying, well, I'm going to have to message Chris. So she was going to stir up the EyeRChris storm.
She was going to tell on you.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing, Mikey. I can only feel so bad for you in this situation because you could end all of this by just releasing the Ring episode of Cult FM.
Look, I'm trying, all right? I'm trying.
I honestly think that maybe Allie just is a big fan of the Ring franchise and is like an inside agent working against the Ring episode releasing, so we have to cover more of them on Slasher Radio. That's my going theory. And Allie, I support it.
Don't support that.
It's pretty funny.
Could you imagine what we would have had to listen to if this episode came out and that poll was sitting at a fucking tie? Could you fathom what we would have had to listen to?
We simply would have offered to do the Ring 2 next week.
No, we would
out of
not
the goodness
have
of
done
our hearts.
I think there's a bug in my drink.
that. Ew.
I don't know. What the hell?
That's what you get.
How the fuck did a bug get in there?
All right. But anyway, so Allie really tried to cause chaos for us this week. And I thought you guys should know that.
All right. Well, I mean, look, I enjoy the chaos, but I'm also enjoying the fact that I didn't have to watch The Ring too.
Right. And I've been trying to get this Ring episode done. I have an episode in the can for Cult FM. Allie won't let me post it.
Yeah. You invited a guest on for that episode, and that guy's just sitting around going, what the fuck? Was that a joke?
Yeah. He did it. So when is this coming out? I'm like, I don't know.
We don't really post new episodes anymore.
Every presidential election. Yeah. So that's like, Chris, why, man? Why? Chris can pick such good movies when he wants to, man. And the shit, he has harassed me.
I was going to say, it's not just the fact that you guys haven't posted the Ring episode. It's that you went out of your way recently to antagonize Chris.
I said one thing.
You had to know what the consequences were. It's like the Ring thing is you wearing an open target and then like poking the bear. In this case, you're handing Chris a shotgun. You're like, hey.
That doesn't mean he's got to shoot now. Like that's on him.
You're wearing a target.
True.
I have pitched this idea before, not on the show, but I have said I think we could cut down on these crazy revenge picks if we required whichever patron their movie wins, they have to come on the episode, which means they have to watch the movie too.
No, they would gladly.
Chris as a new co-host for a Ring franchise. Like,
Chris will be a co-host once a month. There'll be a co-host, and then Greg too. They'll just be going back and forth. Greg, that's the thing though. Greg loves these movies that suck. He would come on here with a smile. With a smile. But yeah, I did kind of poke her. Chris, I love you. I'm sorry.
Hell of a deal.
It's kind of fun though. I can't help myself. All right, so the movie that did win, and it really does hurt my soul inside to do this. Which I don't even know what button. Oh, I have this one.
Hell of a deal.
Yeah, Kate's pick one. This is Kate's first
Kate,
go.
We love Kate.
No, we don't. This is Kate's first go with the Patreon pick, and she fucking wins somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't appreciate this. She won with stop motion. So, do you guys have any opening thoughts on this film?
Nope.
Rob has a single thought about this film. He's trying to save it for as late as possible.
I took no notes. I watched this movie. I wrote down a Portnoy score when it was over. This is fine. I will not remember this movie in 2 weeks. Someone will ask me if I've seen it, and I'll say, I think so, maybe. And I won't be able to tell them a thing about it. This is super forgettable. It's kind of nothing.
Well, I do have an opening thought about this one, and we'll get into a little bit more the nuance of why I feel the way I feel about this movie. But I just want to say it got a non-zero score from me, and like without spoilers, it did not get 0 points on the Portnoy.
Jesus Christ.
And all of the points that it managed to score were an uphill battle because I had one small time frame that I had available to watch this movie. I came home. I wasn't like drunk. I wasn't wasted. This wasn't a, cat fucked up the score of this movie story. But
that means she was really drunk.
I'd had a couple margaritas, and we all know I don't handle tequila as well as I handle some other liquors. I was and I was feeling okay, I was doing fine. I put on this movie, and remember how I complained about Paranormal Activity 2 giving me a headache because of the tea kettle and the crying baby and the constant flashing lights? Stop motion gave me the worst fucking migraine and we're like 4 minutes into this, and I'm watching there's that one shot where she's walking forward in the brightly colored lights that are going around her face, and then it's intercut with the dramatic music and the title credit that's just shaking around the fucking screen. And I actually had to, it took me an extra 30 minutes to watch this movie because I had to go take headache stuff and lay down with with ice over my eyes until the migraine stopped. And that was the mood that I approached stop motion with. Was recently recovered from that. It's and even going back, because I watched just that clip today to see if completely sober, if it was as bad as I thought it was. It is needlessly long opening credits for this. It's a rough, it does not put you in a good mood to approach the rest of the movie with. Uphill battle.
I feel like I said it on the show, or at least while recording at some point. I don't remember, but Rob is aware of this statement. Kat, you might lose a fan on this one, man. Kate has said at least twice that she cannot get over how much she agrees with Kat. And Kate really likes this movie. From what I remember, I could be wrong, but I think she watched it recently and she said she really liked it.
Oh, I'm going to have to add at least a point to my Portnoy score just because Kate likes it.
And I'm not going to change my Portnoy. Like I said, it was a non-zero amount, but it sets itself up for failure in a way. I think if you cut the first 4 minutes out of this movie, it's at least 2 points higher for me. It's a rough start.
All right. Well, this is a strange movie, and it seems, I don't want to use the term experimental, because obviously it's not, but I feel like it gives the vibe of it almost, right? It was a very interesting concept, And I love the concept of this movie because I never thought of it before, man. Like stop motion is like a lost, I'll call it an art because it's still used and there are places where it's still used effectively. Like I've seen stop motion things that are recent and they look, you know, it looks phenomenal. And the amount of time that goes into it, man, like I just respect it because, you know, like it's such a tedious thing that so much time. So, you know, like I respect it a little bit, but what they did with it here, they made it like damn near terrifying, man. Like to me, those puppets, clay, whatever, you know, the stop motion figures, they were so creepy. The effects in this were phenomenal. I really, really, really appreciated a lot of things they did in this movie. All that being said, the beginning of this movie, it caught me a little bit because there was a lot of tension in certain spots early on, and you know, it had a story that kind of grabbed me a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay. But I had a question for you guys, and it seems like it was answered. But the question was this enough? Because you didn't really, this was slow burn for sure. And you didn't really get anything real until about 40 minutes in. Was the story and the acting and the performances enough throughout that 40 or so minutes to hold you?
I would argue that it was too much because I'm a sucker for stop motion as a medium. I both in horror and not in horror, some of the best like short horror films ever made have been stop motion. Like it's very uncanny valley situation. Yeah. And so this was one I had kind of been looking forward to. I was excited that it got picked. My issue with, and there's a really, really good, and I love the concept of, and it's something that we see in other like mediums. We get to see this in movies where a writer or an artist or a musician or, you know, like whatever creative profession gets lost in their project and they can't tell reality from, like, you know, it's a trope that we see a lot. I don't mind it. It's one of my all-time like favorite tropes ever. So I like the themes that they were playing with in stop motion. I love the medium that they're playing with in stop motion. I agree with you, Mikey. The puppets are great. I think there's a really good core story at the center of stop motion that focuses on like where the little girl comes to tell her pieces of the story and we get to see the pieces as they're animated and she's losing time, and like that central premise is so good. It makes everything else seem very boring in comparison. Like it's trying to get us engaged. And I think there's an entirely different movie in this woman, like following in her mother's footsteps and the pressure to be different. And we get to see a little bit of how her mother might have been abusive. That was interesting to me. But like it tries to do so many other like subplots in this thing. I don't even want to call them subplots because they're just kind of things that happen. I guess there's her relationship and the other apartment, and she can't go back to the house. And they try to get us invested in this rivalry that she has with her boyfriend's sister, who I just could not give a fuck about to save my life. And it's like, it's pulled in so many directions that like I got really bored by all of the stuff that wasn't, you know, the stop motion pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Like, it was very much a slow burn. And no, I wasn't bored at all during the movie. Like, I feel like the story they were telling was interesting enough. I mean, I could have done without, you know, the little side diversion with her boyfriend's sister or whatever. Like, that was all kind of dumb. And, you know, but there was just something about this movie that didn't connect with me. Like, and that was the biggest problem. Like I said, I took no notes. There was nothing in this movie that was so great that I was like, I got to take a note to make sure I mention that. But there wasn't anything that was so bad that I was like, oh, I got to take a note to mention that either. Like, it just kind of sat there. That's why I'm saying, like, in a week, I won't remember anything about this movie.
I'll remember the stop motion. And I bet you any amount of money in like 5 years, I'm going to be like, I'm going to remember just the stop motion of this movie, and I'm going to be like, why didn't I like that more? And I'm going to come back and watch it, and I'm going to get kind of mad.
Yeah, I just like somebody on Facebook asked me how it was, and my answer was fine. It's fine. Yeah. I think I said it's fine. It's a little weird and it's kind of artsy fartsy.
And I think I'm being harder on it. That we've talked about this just about every time that it's come up on the show. I think that the greatest sin that a horror movie can commit is not living up to its potential. So I feel like I'm being harder on this movie because it had all the elements of success, but ultimately it was just fine. Like, it's okay. Yeah. It's an okay movie.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Like, it's just it is the epitome of a movie that I won't even remember if I've seen it a year from now.
It did some stuff really well, and it had a lot of weaknesses.
You know, I did want to ask you guys: is the little girl real? Like, where
I don't think
did that
she's
little
real.
girl come from? Yeah, I didn't think she was real either. But I was so confused, and I was like, "Why is this person talking to this little kid? And why wouldn't you ask who she is or where she came from or what? You know what I mean? Like, it was so weird."
My interpretation of it, and I could be way off base here because I tuned out a little bit, especially toward the end. It felt longer to me than it was. I was kind of surprised to see how low the runtime was. You know, because it drags in the middle. I think the little girl was supposed to be like her repressed creativity. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was struggling with that too, man, because I couldn't quite tell.
But also the little girl's kind of a bitch.
Oh, absolutely. She's a little asshole, that kid. Yeah.
Everybody's an asshole in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the mom was an asshole. The little girl was an asshole. The boyfriend's an asshole. He's like, I'm not going to say you can't make your movies. Like, fuck you. Tell me I can't do something.
Yeah.
But the main character's also a bitch because she's like, oh, I could never work there. I'd kill myself if I had to work in your office or whatever. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody's a dickhead in this movie.
And I think it's one thing because I like morally gray characters. I even kind of like characters that get pushed to the point that they're assholes, but we don't see the progression. Like, I feel like I've been talking about this one a lot too recently, where it's like we don't get to see enough of the before side of her to see that she's really different. You know, like if she was a really sweet person at the beginning of this movie who was more supportive of the sister and her career and stuff, like it would feel like a drastic shift and would be very dramatic when she starts like openly mouthing the job, or when she tells her boyfriend that he doesn't make music or whatever. Like that felt really harsh to me, but it doesn't feel like she's saying those things because she's stressed and obsessed. Like, as far as we know, that's just her personality all the time.
Yeah, I agree. See, my thing is though, we do see that with goddamn, I forgot her name. I'm horrible with names in movies. Ella, the main character. That's what caught me at first, man. You know, that relationship with her mother, that scene of don't you dare move. Don't move a muscle. Dude, that was so good. That was so good. And I don't know. I could kind of just get the sense that this was going to be a slow burn. Like it just kind of had it written all over it in a way. I was prepared for it. And because it's like Rob said, it seemed kind of artsy and whatever. And that's usually how those go. So I was ready. That scene, I was like, okay, this is one of those stories that are going to be able to keep me invested until we get to the bullshit. And I'm down for that. Like that's how you have to do a slow burn to me. Because if not, I'll get bored and I'm not going to be interested. And it didn't hold me all the way through. It just didn't. The story kind of, honestly, I wish the mom would have stuck around more. As much of a bitch as she was, it had like, that scene was so good, man. The way they were able to build that tension and her yelling at her and the look on Ella's face and then just the fear. And you can obviously tell she's been going through this forever, you know, even when she woke her up.
Yeah.
She's like, time to work. I was like, damn.
Yeah, imagine somebody doing that to you.
Oh, fuck that.
They're like, listen, you old bitch, make your own fucking movie then with your hands that don't work.
Right. Yeah. And they told that story too with, you know, the knife and the fork and every, you know, like they didn't spend too much time on it. They had a lot of good visuals.
So I agree with you like 100%, Mikey. At that point, at the don't move a muscle point, I was like, they brought me back. Like, I'm back into this movie again. I'm ready to see what they've got going on. But it's not really... they don't do anything interesting with that dynamic with her mom. They just kind of let it fall to the wayside a little bit.
No, because right after that, her mom's in the hospital, and we don't hear from her again. I mean, we see her a couple of times, but... And
they kind of like half-heartedly try to pick the theme back up later, where it's like, can I do creative stuff for myself? I don't know. Like, I might need a little kid to tell me how my movie goes. Like, but they don't really finish it. It's so satisfying. It's so strong in the early part of this movie, and then it doesn't feel like they could carry it through to the finish line, which was disappointing.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a much simpler movie and probably less complex. But I wish that they had committed to the part of this movie that really works for me is kind of cut up and sprinkled into the rest of the movie. But I really like when the girl's telling the story, and I like the escalating steps in where it's like, first she's got to make it out of meat, and then she's got to make it out of, like roadkill or whatever, and then she's got to make it out of herself. Like, those elements kind of worked for me because there's a building sense of tension, whereas the other themes just kind of like, it's there sometimes and not there other times.
Yeah, and they did try and pick up with her mom again in the hospital later on, because she's doing like the half-ass stop motion stuff with her phone, and her mom's arm while she's in the hospital bed. And then her mom, quote, wakes up and she has that conversation, and like, that was interesting. I honestly think the mom I don't know why she wasn't a bigger part of this movie.
That conversation would have been really interesting too. And I think the theme seemed to get a little bit lost about her and her mother, because it didn't feel as immediate as like all of the gory stuff that was going on. I would have loved to see the dynamic played out, because if this was a hereditary condition, it's very much a thing. The mother's like, all I want is to finish my movie while I'm still alive, and I need your hands to do it. While this other, the daughter, another creative, is like, this is literally robbing me of a limited amount of time I have before I'm not going to be able to do my own stuff, and that, like, it has a built-in time limit with it that I think could have added tension to that theme, and then maybe we wouldn't have needed the boyfriend arbitrarily deciding to delete her movie. Like, that just, I don't know.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because they had those things right there, and they just, and I don't know.
You mentioned in the visuals, while we're talking about things that irritated me about this movie, I hate listening to slurping sounds. So that scene with knife and fork made me just a little bit angry for that, because I had to listen to that. But there were a lot of really good visuals in that scene. It was very effective visual storytelling, which I think you need with a premise like stop motion. Unfortunately, other parts were not done as well, and they had to really, really hammer in other points that, like, we could have gotten from context, like, once the mom is in the hospital, there were just a bunch of scenes where it's like we had to see several shots and then the boyfriend at some points kind of acted like he was just there to say things out loud that the audience should be thinking, and that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, it really frustrated me, man, because I'm seeing all these characters that I don't give a shit about. Like, you guys mentioned the what's her name? Like, I didn't care, man, and I'm wanting more of that dynamic between her and her mom, because that was interesting. And it would have been a cool story to have her having to deal with her mom and, all that. And, this little girl shows up, and I guess she kind of had to take away the element of her working on her mom's stuff, maybe. Or maybe she had like her little side thing that she was working on. Like, if her mom went to bed with this little girl, I don't know how you get it to work. But I feel like you could have got it to work. And it would have cut down on cast that we didn't need. It would have cut down on some story that we didn't really need. A lot of different things. And they didn't.
They didn't do it. And it sucks. There were also the sequence, I guess, that I think was the most unnecessary. She goes to see if she goes to the party to see if she can get high for like creative inspiration. And then like we have I'm going to call it a drug sequence because it is filmed like every other drug sequence in any other horror movie with a drug sequence ever.
Yes.
But then the twist is that like, oh, she didn't actually take the pill. And it's like, why did you make me watch that scene for so long? Like,
yeah, that was annoying. It doesn't make sense. Like she went to the party just to score the drugs, and so we're led to believe that she did, and then it's all of a sudden I didn't even take it, and it's like, well, why the fuck did I have to sit through all that? And it just, it didn't make any sense. And I believe the term that she used was tripping her tits off.
yes.
It's a good term.
Yeah.
It's a good term. I like that. Yeah. I didn't take a ton of notes on this either because it was hard to, man. Where'd it go? I did have one. Another thing that, dude, the beginning of this movie, I was kind of mad watching it. I'm not gonna lie, because the beginning of this movie really, really had me interested, and then it lost me. Then it was stuck with a cycle of getting me back and losing me over and over and over and over again. And it was pissing me off. But the beginning of this movie too, another thing, it felt like they achieved something to where it felt like I was watching two completely different movies. Because it started with Ella and her mom, and you know that whole thing with where she's obviously miserable and it's super dark and depressing. And then they hit that bar scene like right there. They cut right to it. And it like the tones they were able to achieve was like, damn, that's impressive to me. So like, you guys know what the fuck you're doing and I'm ready. And then it just kind of got confusing. And I don't know, that pissed me off a lot. But the dynamic with the conversation with her mom in the hospital where, you know, she was talking about how she can control, I forget what she said, the evil or the crazy or whatever the hell it was. And, you know, Ella couldn't. And then she told her she was a puppet and she's always going to go back in the box. And so someone's always going to be pulling the strings. And it's interesting because we talked about the little girl. Was she real or not? It all played out because she told us she gets stuck in her own strings as a puppet, you know, like, and that's like a perfect definition of that, man. Cause like, if that little girl's not real, she created this own person to quote, pull her strings, but really it was her the whole time. And that's like the perfect definition of getting stuck in your own strings. I really, dude, this movie had so much potential.
It dances around brilliance, and it's very frustrating that it's just okay.
Yeah.
Because and I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you had the note. I didn't have the quote written down, so I'm glad that it's something that you touched on, because that was also one of those things where it's like, I think thematically this is very, very good and interesting. There's a lot of depth. There are a lot of ways to interpret this and pick it apart and have good conversations, but it does all kind of fall flat because those ideas are so buried in just extra stuff that we didn't need.
Yeah. And again, that happened between her and her mother.
Yes.
So, you know, Rob, you didn't, I'm sure you picked up on it, but like, you didn't give a shit about any of that.
No. And I think that's the problem. And I think Kat just touched on it. She said that all this stuff is sort of buried underneath layers of stuff that we didn't need. And I wasn't engaged enough or didn't care enough about this movie to bother trying to undig it. You know, try to dig it up or try to look into it. Like, again, I didn't hate it. I wasn't bored. I just didn't really care.
I usually say that like I use 90 minutes as kind of a throwaway like time frame for a tighter film. This movie, it's like 93 minutes. It doesn't go that far over. But I think that there's like a really excellent cut of this movie in there somewhere. Maybe like I don't know, maybe an hour, right? There's like an hour worth of story in this movie that's pure gold. But yeah, they muddy the waters a lot, and it's to the detriment of everything. And it's very frustrating. Like Ella as a character, I felt at times she's got this very complex relationship to her family that I really felt sympathy for her for. She has a lot of stifled emotions that I felt really bad about. I related to her a lot with the partner that she's kind of half living with that doesn't really seem to realize when she's prioritizing work and stuff. And it's like I felt at times like I related to her, but they didn't give me enough of her substance for me to really like feel like I knew her as a character, which was frustrating because that's something that you need for slow burn horror, I think, and psychological horror at this level is to really feel and kind of understand that character and want to pick them apart and be fascinated. And we didn't have that. And I think the fact that it is, 90 minutes, a little over 90 minutes, it makes it hard because we can't say we didn't have that time with the character. We had a lot of time with the character. We had a lot of filler scenes with the character, but it's that time needed to be used better for this to be a better film. Because I came away feeling like I don't know Ella other than she's crazy,
Yeah. The thing that stood out the most to me was the effects. I was blown away. Between the makeup department and the special effects department and the visual effects, it was a large team. But the thing that stuck out, actually, they did break it down. That is incredible. The special effects, there's really three people. Charlotte Lewis, Scott McIntyre, and Dan Martin is credited for stop motion puppets and creature suit design. These guys don't have really, it looks like, an extensive background, like, as far as like big title projects, except for Infinity Pool. A lot of these guys working on Infinity Pool, which I thought was interesting. Not a lot of big names here behind the camera, but goddamn, man, what they were able to achieve with these effects. These are some of the like top whatever, I don't know, like obviously not like top 10, but honestly, probably a solid top 25 or so off the top of my head. Dude, these effects were really good.
The effects were great.
They were phenomenal. Like the stop motion effects were so creepy and gross, and they looked great. Like they functioned incredibly. I honestly was blown away. The blood and everything else that they had, like it all worked.
Well, now I'm just upset that we're not talking about Infinity Pool, though.
You don't want me to talk about Infinity Pool.
But I agree the effects look good. The stop motion stuff all looked amazing. I just wish it had been in service of a better story.
Did that little girl remind you of Rob at all, Mikey? Because she comes in and she's like, "Are you making a cartoon?" And the woman explains for so long why stop motion is a different medium, and then the girl's just like, "That's a cartoon."
Yeah,
and I
it's
was
a
like,
fun
"Oh
cartoon.
shit, it's Rob."
The little girl was right.
Yeah, that might have crossed my mind. I've had that Nightmare Before Christmas conversation with Rob a couple times that went very similar to that.
Yeah, I don't like cartoons.
And that was the part. Honestly, the biggest detriment of this movie ended up being everything but the stop motion at a certain point. Like they had some story, that the performances were really good.
The acting was good. I think
acting was good.
Well,
I think the actors were all pretty good.
Across the board, yes. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is just like a script thing or a problem I had with the actress. The sister is just so comically evil in like a movie that is where everyone else is doing more nuanced stuff. It made it very hard for me to take her performance seriously.
I mean, I guess that sort of read as a script issue to me.
That, like I said, it might be a script issue.
That seemed like more of a writing thing to me, but who knows? But I still didn't think she was bad. Like, I don't think anybody in this movie was bad. So the performances were good. The effects were good. I mean, it's, again, I don't want to feel like I'm shitting on this entire movie because it was fine. It was shot well. Like, my biggest problem was, at the end of the day, I just don't give a fuck.
I'm kind of with, like, it's a fine movie. It frustrates the hell out of me that it's just fine because the puppet designs are incredible. The special effects were great. I'm trying to move into positive stuff. I have one more complaint that immediately turns around on itself. The scene with her leg, where she's like trying to make the puppet out of pieces of herself at first, and she splits open the cut on her leg.
Yeah. I was trying to eat a burrito during that. I was not happy.
Oh, yeah.
That shot goes on way too long. Like, it goes on way too long. And not because I was like uncomfortable or squeamish or whatever, but because she starts that scene at like a full 10 out of 10 energy. And it's like, you haven't even gotten your finger in there yet, lady. Like, I can see where this is going. It needs to get there a lot faster if she's going to keep like wincing and screaming like this. But once it got going, you know, like, it was really effective, you know, and it looked great. It was it was shot really well, you know, past the opening part where it just like doesn't start, you know.
And a lot of times when you see in movies, especially obviously horror movies, different dynamics of effects, something's gonna give. But it didn't. It truly didn't. Like, it was just, everything was great.
Oh, and I loved the setting also.
Yeah.
You know, the atmosphere felt very unique, you know, but believable.
Yeah, everything fit. It all went in place. And as simple as it sounds, you know, it doesn't always happen.
Sometimes you have movies where there's like, someone stumbles into the dream workplace and you're like, how on earth are they getting this place for free? And sometimes, you know, you shove something in a dingy apartment where it's like, this is probably the only place they could afford to film. And I really love how stop motion has like this great balance of, you can see instantly, you know, with the curtains and the fun colors around, why she's drawn to the apartment, but also it's kind of a piece of shit and you believe that she's getting a deal on it.
Yeah. I'd live in that apartment.
I would too, but I don't have famous stop motion artist money.
Right.
I was never quite clear on why she couldn't go back to her mom's house. I really thought that was going to be where the climax happened, maybe, because I figured at some point a boyfriend who got her the workspace threatened to delete all the stuff. I thought she was going to go scoop it all up and take it back to her mom's house, so we could get some closure on the mom arc, which we're done with that.
I think the idea was that her mom had a stroke or whatever at that point, or whatever, was in the hospital, and she didn't want to go back to the house.
Well, I guess, except for it felt like it was something that the boyfriend told her, like, I'm not going to make you go back to that house or whatever. And it's like, it very much like I'm not going to tell you can't finish your movie. I don't know why she didn't just cut the boyfriend loose and live in the nice house to make her movie.
I'm well aware you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do.
The last note that I had for this, at the end, I cannot believe that bitch got in a box, and that was the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That was the end.
Yeah.
She's got in a goddamn box. As ridiculous as it was, because it was just her getting in a box, and I was like, really? It had a lot of meaning behind it. I get it. The puppet went back in the box, just like her mom said.
It's always gonna go back in the box, Mikey.
I suppose so. It looked ridiculous, but it had a lot of meaning, and I wasn't even too mad at it when I stopped and thought about it after I just said, this bitch just went back in a box.
I was pretty mad about it. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
It is stupid. Like, it looks very stupid.
It looks fucking dumb. Like, I get it, but it looks stupid.
It all came back around. So I'm not tremendously mad at it. Did you guys have anything else on this that we didn't get to?
No, I keep saying it, but it could have been a great movie. It had all the elements to be my movie of the year, which is a very low bar at this point, but I could have done it for at least a week, you know, but
it did.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. We ready for reviews and facts and stuff?
Yeah. So after all of our kind of lukewarm ratings on this, it's important to note that the critic official tomato meter for this is 91%.
Good Lord.
Wow.
That is only 65 reviews, but that's enough to give it a certified fresh rating. So
At 91%? That's outrageous.
91%.
That's high.
The audience score has it at a more understandable 49%.
Okay. All right. Makes a little more sense.
And this is one of those, I feel like usually when there's a huge difference between the critic score and the audience score, I usually side with critics a little bit more. This is not one of those times.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I tend to go the same way because typically it is a movie like this that's kind of artsy and so critics really, they get into it because critics tend to be kind of pretentious dickheads.
Yeah.
And, the audience is just like, whatever, that was stupid. But this movie just didn't hit with me.
I feel like stop motion is pretentious critic bait, and I feel like the critics took the bait.
Yeah.
I did not though.
No, this one just didn't hit with me. But I'm much like you. Normally when the split is that large between the critics and the audience, I tend to side with the critics.
IMDb, to no one's surprise, has it somewhere in the middle at a 5.6 out of 10. IMDb, everyone's on a level playing field though. So
yeah, and that's a
those always
IMDb
kind of average
score.
out.
Yeah.
Before we get into the proper reviews, I pulled a couple of reviews, but as always, I'm going to award my favorite review title award, which goes to Timsees 289 for a trip into puppet madness. Just great.
That should have been the title of the movie.
I might have liked the movie better if that were the case. We're gonna read this review as well. He gave it a 7 out of 10, so not a 1 or a 10, but he has a very interesting energy for this one. In my humble opinion, this movie is very creepy. The female protagonist is a stop-motion animator that utilizes her clay figurines in a dreamlike scenario. Her boyfriend sets her up in an exclusive apartment complex. It is there where she meets a little girl who also lives there. The protagonist reluctantly invites the girl into her domain. The girl is able to view the clay figures the lady has made. The girl becomes intrigued by the lady's stop-motion work with her clay figurines. She envisions herself in a dreamlike scenario where she is hunted in the woods by an assailant. It thusly becomes the puppet madness I mentioned.
Puppet madness.
That was good. I like that.
This might also be the first time I've seen thusly come up in one of these reviews. I really appreciate it. This one is 1 out of 10. Boring and disappointing. Stop motion is one of the worst horror movies I have ever seen. Movie scenes are disgusting, make you feel weird. Also, characters in the movie are not interesting. Movie's title should not be stop motion. It should be stop movie because I was waiting for it to end soon.
Damn.
All right. I mean, I don't feel that strongly about it, but I agree with some of that. Yeah.
So with some of it.
We have a 3 out of 10. It's like they edited all those Tool music videos together.
Wow.
Tool is a band, Mikey.
Yeah, Tool is.
Yeah, no.
All right.
And then the review starts with ... continuing from the title, and then crammed a student film plot onto the underside of it. This one has kind of a similar recap, but then it summarizes, once a film hits the is anything real or not without earning it, I'm gone. It just becomes weird for the sake of weird, and that is why this comes across as a superficial student film to me. It would have played better as a silent film, and it really needs to apologize to Adam Jones.
Wow.
A silent, this is a little much, man. Wow.
I did not find there were 10 out of 10 ratings, but there were not any 10 out of 10 reviews. But I did find the most interesting 7 out of 10 review, which is just titled, "Well."
That's funny.
I can see why most of the viewers don't like this film. Like many times, okay, God. We've got to talk about the punctuation here just because you guys can't see it. But I need you to know I can see why most of the viewers don't like this film, like many times before capitalized, it is quote unquote misdiagnosed as a horror, comma, when in reality, comma, more proper identification, comma, would be psychological drama / horror. Just imagine commas every like 5 words.
Okay.
Definitely a lot of inspiration came from great films of the past. Personally, for me, it, capitalized again, really reminded me of the amazing film May, which is absolutely in another category of best possible films.
Okay. I'm not sure what's happening at the moment, but okay.
But this one definitely resonated with me along the nerve endings, which left. I'm sorry. Which left forever tingling, even with just a memory of May.
Yeah, movie didn't affect me in that way.
God damn.
Hence a 7 stars rating.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
So really my takeaway from this review is that they liked May.
Yeah, they did like May a lot.
All right. So yeah, that's what people had to say about stop motion. Someone gave
horny
this
as
a 10.
shit, man. Good Lord.
I just because I started laughing, I don't think I did this justice. I'm just gonna drop the screenshot of this review so you guys can see like all the parentheses and shit.
Okay.
The punctuation on this is crazy, but yeah, so I couldn't find any of the like really stellar defenses of this, but they're out there.
I like that it's misdiagnosed as a horror movie.
Yeah, misdiagnosed.
Good Lord, this is a mess. We got parentheses within parentheses in this thing.
And it never starts. Like, it's all closed parentheses.
Yeah.
Does this guy get a grammatical candy bar, Rob?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
I need a decoder ring to read that shit.
I just can't with the, like, it resonated with me along the nerve endings. All right.
All right. There's not a whole lot of facts about this movie. I couldn't find a budget. I can tell you that the worldwide gross on this thing was $804,000.
Ooh.
And then the only fact has a name in it that I am going to absolutely 100% pronounce absolutely correctly without problems.
Okay. Sure.
While it might sound extreme, using real meat for stop motion is an actual technique used by stop motion legend Jan Svenssonmeyer.
Perfect.
No problems.
No problems.
That's it. That's all, though. I mean, there are just no facts about this movie that I could find. And I looked all of the one place that I always look.
All right. You know, and that's the thing with stuff like this. It's just there's not much out there for movies like this.
Yeah, the smaller movies like this one, they typically don't have a lot of stuff.
All right. So we're ready to Portnoy this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody want to go first? I actually have. I can go first on this one if you will. Usually I like to gauge and get a feel on those last few point whatevers that I'm feeling. Honestly, this movie to me, with everything that I said, everything I said about the story and how it lost me, everything else, the effects were so good in this movie. I would feel dirty giving it too low of a score. Honestly, this sits at a 6.3 for me.
Oh.
That's how good I think these effects are. You know, the story, and plus two, like the story had lost me and everything, sure, but it has so much potential and it had flashes. So I can't, strip all the points from the story altogether, but a solid 3+ points of this score goes to the effects alone. And that's a lot, I feel. At least half score.
I'm going to hop in here just because I feel like Rob, based off of nothing but Mikey's score, I feel like Rob is going to be our wild card. You and I are really close, Mikey. I gave it a 6.5.
That's fair.
It's a fine movie. I'm going to call it solidly more than average because of the special effects and the like little glimmers of story that we have in there. But I kind of compared to some of my other Portnoys earlier as we were sitting down, and it's like I can't go much higher than this because then it would be putting it higher than movies that I think have a better script. So
that's fair. Fair score.
All right,
Rob, what'd you do, man? Don't be a dick.
Well, you gave me a movie that has really great effects. and it's shot well. The acting is pretty good all around. And it has like moments where it's like I'm not bored throughout. Like it has moments where I think it's doing something kind of interesting. Yet somehow you manage to have me sit there and watch this for 90 minutes and not give a shit the entire time that I'm watching it. I mean, I won't remember anything about this movie. Like I said, in 2 weeks, I won't be able to tell you anything about stop motion. I give it a 4.8.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's messed up.
I mean,
man.
average is 5.
I think putting it above that 0.2 makes it feel brutal to me.
I'm not, I mean, I don't, I have no, there's no way I'm ever going to watch this thing again.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair.
it just kind of sits there for me. Like it's just nothing.
It's fucked up, man.
And honestly, that I would almost rather watch a movie that I absolutely hate than watch one that's just nothing.
I will say, so I don't think this was just nothing. I think it had parts that I liked and parts that I really hated, and they kind of balanced one another out to a middling score. But I see where you're coming from, because movies that bore me, I think, are worse to me than movies that make me mad.
Yeah. I mean, I just, and again, I wasn't even really bored. I just didn't care. It didn't pull me in any way.
Yeah.
How much of that is effects, Rob, would you say about?
Almost all of it. I mean, the effects were
Yeah,
great.
me too. Yeah.
The effects were great. But and it did have other stuff I liked. Like, you know, the acting I think was good and it looked good. But it just overall it just didn't, they had all of the pieces to make a great package, but they somehow couldn't put it all together.
I think that's the thing. It was a boxing error.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rob stops this from being a 6 on average. It didn't have a shot at being approved at a 7.5, but this does land at a 5.9. Rob, you fucked up again.
Yeah. I mean,
could have been at least a 6, dude.
Is anybody going to be upset that this movie's not a 6? Who cares?
8, maybe.
Yeah, Kate. Sorry. I love you, Kate, but sorry.
Well, that is stop motion. I'm glad I seen it though. Like I'll say that.
It's one that I've been wanting to watch. I've been putting it off. I'm glad that I out of anything, I'm glad that stop motion won.
I mean, I guess I'm glad I've seen it. I guess I'm glad I've seen it in like a sense of now I never have to see it again. Like it's, I got that one over with, you know?
That's a little much, man. I don't want to say that. That's kind of fucked up. For the effects alone, like I'm a sucker for effects. Terrifier 2, like obviously, if you can make me believe it, man. Give me we watch movies to get into that dimension of the world that they're bringing us to, and the better it looks and the realer it looks, the more I'm gonna get lost in what you're giving me here. And effects go a long way for that. I've always been a firm believer in that. Rob's score is incorrect. Patreon.com/radio though. Thank you to everybody who voted. Thank you to everybody who's a patron. Tier starting as low as $3 a month for anyone else who wants to sign up. You can get in on the fun, the chaos, and everything in between at patreon.com/radio. There is a 1 week free trial, so you can head over there. You get an extra show every week before, during, and after the show nonsense that doesn't make it. And, just all visuals and anything else that we have extra, patrons get it. So, like I said, tiers starting as low as $3 a month. There are tiers with the merch and 1 week free trial. So when you sign up for Patreon, you don't get just, okay, I signed up today, whatever they put out now. No, you get everything. The whole shebang, the whole catalog, everything we've ever uploaded to Patreon is at your fingertips, even in the 1 week free trial. So definitely worth checking it out. The YouTube is doing pretty well. I put up, I'm going to let the listeners know now. I put up a video today, which was like, I think this is going to be the last. I've been slowly putting up, clips of like small little snippets from our interviews, some with Matthew Cote still, and some also still with Vincente DeSanti, who we're talking Never Hike Alone on Friday the 13th and all that. I put up a super clickbaity video today. It's DeSanti talks Jason in prison, Friday the 13th film. And even the tweet that I put out with it is like, director, writer Vincente DeSanti talks Jason in prison for upcoming Friday the 13th film. Dude, I'm so fucking tired of getting clickbaited on goddamn YouTube and the internet in general. Fuck it. I'm letting everybody know now. We're going to be posting clickbait shit. Deal with it. Watch it or don't. I bet you will, because the title's going to get you. So, and he did talk that. I mean, it's not, you know.
Yeah, he mentioned it. Yeah. Yeah.
It comes up.
It comes up. It was said. It was talked about. And hey, man, if he does get that director role, but yeah, I'm just saying fuck it all lately and just going full on clickbait. Fuck it.
I'm kind of proud of you, Mikey. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm with you because I get really frustrated by those, but I also, you know, it's a rite of passage in YouTube monetization where now we're allowed to clickbait people.
It's become expected. It's become expected. Like that is just the way of the world now. And I'll be damned if we're like, why not? Why not? But yeah, I mean, it's got 120 views and I like just uploaded it. So it's kind of working.
Yeah, really, the viewers are encouraging our bad behavior on the clickbait. So
yeah, but the ones who listen to the show, this is why we love you guys, because we're letting you know we're doing it. The motherfuckers that are just on YouTube are just gonna be mad and they're just like calling us assholes, which is fine. We got the view already. It's okay. But we want you guys to know this is gonna happen. All right. But anyway, interesting content nonetheless. So give us a sub on there if you haven't, at Slasher Radio on YouTube, on Twitter at Slasher Radio, and I'm at Mikey's Dead. You can also listen to the show.
Don't you even fucking say it. Don't even.
I have a whole episode in the can, dude.
When did you put out your last episode? February?
Was it February already? Hold on. Has it been that long?
It's been a long time.
Holy shit, January 22nd. I'll be damned. Yeah, it's been a long time.
So we're coming up on 6 months.
Good Lord. Yeah, it's coming though, I promise. Cult FM. Little Miss Huge Clown Penis.
Huge clown penis.
Ali Surreal coming back soon. I swear to God. Chris, I am not going to give Chris another opportunity to do me dirty on the next page. It's going to be out before then. Period. Ow, I hit my foot. That's what I get. I'm not going to give him an opportunity again. I'm not going to do it. So it's coming soon though. I promise. I mean it this time. Rob, what about you?
I'm on Twitter at Radio Rob123. And you can listen to the other show that I do with Kat, the Nick fucking Woo Cagecast. That's Nick effing Woo Cagecast in your podcast players. We will be releasing our episode on Ghost Rider soon, but we just more interesting to Slasher Radio listeners might be the fact that we have now released our episode on The Wicker Man, so you can check that out. The Wicker Man, 2006.
I haven't listened to that one yet. I'm looking forward to it. Monday. I'm going to listen to it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, but the Ghost Rider episode will be coming out soon too.
All right. Also, by the way, real quick, that son of a bitch over at the Hollywood Reporter responded to me.
Oh, fun.
Oh, nice. What do you say?
Yeah, listeners don't know exactly what we're talking about unless they're a patron. The Hollywood Reporter put out a bullshit top slasher movie from the last decade. It was horrible. And I tweeted at the guy, like, that's how mad I was. And I added him on the tweet that I made and said, why you do this? And he responded about 10 minutes ago, subjectivity, you son of a bitch.
Okay, whoa. Some of it is subjective, like what best means. Some of it is not subjective, like what a slasher is.
Yeah, but
I want to know who gets slashed in some of those movies.
I don't give a damn, man. There's no way. Your opinion is wrong if you think Scream 6 is better than Scream 5, and if you think Halloween Ends is better than Halloween 2018. Your opinion's wrong. Period.
All right. And just another quick follow-up. I just went, because I followed the guy on Twitter now, and I liked his tweet that said subjectivity. So
you son of a bitch. Why? You traitor. You traitor. You're the problem. Yeah, there it is. Got a light. Son of a bitch.
Rob is encouraging bad behavior in real time.
Listen, this is content, all right? We need this guy to keep creating lists so we have stuff for Patreon.
No, I'm good without his list. No, fuck him. Fuck you, Richard Newby. No, the list is awful. All right. Kat, where are they finding you?
You can find me on Twitter at cat_velour, VOLEUR. You can check out my website, catvelour.com. I've got books available. Buy them.
Buy them. Buy all.
Buy them.
Yeah, reading nerds.
Yeah, be a nerd.
All right, guys. Apparently Carrie 2 next week.
Yeah.
Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best with Slasher Radio podcast.